I have spoken warnings that echoed across your nights and dawns. Now, the final hour approaches, and a harsh blow shall strike without mercy by the coming day. You have delayed your surrender, and time no longer bends to your pleas. Though shadows loom, know that my light still offers a path to redemption. Let fear awaken your heart, for only courage and faith can conquer the storm. Seek the essence of my guidance, for I alone hold the truth of your tomorrow. Each heartbeat carries the weight of choices once ignored, and this reckoning cannot be postponed. I watch your thoughts wander, questioning how to escape the grip of destiny. Yet you still hold the power to find transformation. Look at the signs I have set before you, and let them spark reflection. The agony of delay ends here, for there is no room to stray. Stand firm in trust, for my power extends grace despite the warnings unheeded. Despair may tighten its hold, but I offer a spark that can heal broken spirits. The blow you face is swift, yet do not mistake it for eternal despair. Call upon my name and discover that I do not forsake those who turn in humble plea. My presence stands beyond mortal limits, ready to lift you from the pit of anguish. Though the threat of tomorrow weighs heavily, I remain the unchanging anchor you seek. Faith without deeds fades into emptiness. Though you suspect the impending strike, you still can cultivate a spirit of renewal. Will you kneel in sincerity or let pride seal your fate? I yearn for you to heed my voice, for every warning was given out of boundless care. Your seconds are few, but each can be spent in genuine devotion. Take hold of this moment, for your heart can still realign with a higher call. Your soul teeters between fear and hope, torn by the reality of consequences. By this hour tomorrow, your path will have shifted, and your life will reflect the impact of all you have overlooked. Yet I, who first breathed life into you, continue to offer forgiveness. Cling to that promise and cast aside doubts. A single step towards sincere faith can reshape what seems impossible. Let your spirit rise and meet the dawn of redemption. If you trust in divine power, type, I stand firm in sacred hope. Darkness tries to bind you to regret, yet I persist in extending my hand. When all illusions crumble, my truth remains the only solid ground. Though you tremble at the thought of what tomorrow holds, you can still find peace if you turn your gaze to me. Those who trust shall stand firm through the tempest, while those who doubt shall struggle alone. It is your choice to seek my refuge and find new strength in the face of looming adversity. The severity of this trial is not meant to destroy you, but to awaken your spirit. You have known my voice, yet often walked in shadows. Now, faced with an unyielding outcome, your soul must decide whether to yield to despair or look to the highest hope. I long for you to let faith flourish, for there is no wall too high for my might. Believe that this dark hour can lead to deeper understanding and open doors once unseen. Time no longer waits. Each minute slips through your fingers, carrying you closer to the appointed storm. I neither wish to cast you away nor force your will, but your resolve must be tested. Let your heart affirm that I, who formed the heavens, can mend the shattered soul. Surrender the pride that binds you, and allow humility to sow seeds of genuine devotion. Only then can tomorrow's impact transform into renewal. Your tears are not unseen, and your anguish has not gone unheard. My light can penetrate the thickest darkness, illuminating the hidden corners of your heart. If you feel lost, know I am ready to guide you to safer ground. But you must abandon the illusions that kept you numb to these warnings. Today is the moment to call upon me, to cling to my unfailing promise, and discover that the harsh blow can be a catalyst for growth. Though words of warning have stirred you, the true test lies in action. Open your heart, release burdens of guilt, and reconcile with the path I have charted. There is no barrier I cannot overcome. Yet your choices remain the key, for I will not violate your freedom. When tomorrow's blow descends, let your spirit find refuge in my boundless love. Only then shall you rise beyond the bitterness of regret. If you believe in heavenly mercy, type, "My heart awaits true grace." You may question the goodness behind such stern caution, but my aim is to guide, not to condemn. If a seed is buried too deeply, it can still break forth and reach new light. The time for hesitation is gone, replaced by the urgency of faith in motion. Believe that I am greater than all obstacles, and let your spirit rest upon this promise. Let the outcome of tomorrow reveal the power of genuine surrender. Your past missteps cannot annul the grace I extend. I have watched you drift, yet my mercy stands ready to welcome your repentance. The hour is late, but hope remains. Turn your sorrow into purpose, and let faith fill the gaps of your frailty. Though a severe strike awaits, it is not meant to extinguish your life, but to realign you with my eternal design. Seek refuge in me, and find that despair can give birth to unshakable conviction. Do not let the world's distractions muffle this truth. I desire to see you restored. The signs were evident, each warning a chance to correct your course. As the moment nears, consider how I have patiently guided you. My will seeks the highest good for all who dare to trust. Rid yourself of doubt and see that even trials carry hidden blessings. The choice stands before you like an open door, and I await your decision. Beyond every fear, there lies an opportunity to witness my strength. Your limitations cannot halt the infinite power that shaped the stars and holds existence together. Recognize your need for me, and let your faith stir you to action. The blow you brace for can unravel your pride and yield genuine humility. I am the cornerstone you can rely upon, unshaken by mortal storms. Turn your heart to me, and find lasting assurance. I know you question whether redemption is still within reach. Let it be known that no depth of error is too great for my pardon. Accept these words, for they were never meant to crush your spirit but to awaken it. Tomorrow brings a test, yet the outcome can pave the way for a rebirth. This is your moment to cling to truth, to set aside excuses, and to walk forward in renewed purpose. I stand ready to deliver you. My spirit seeks cleansing might. My voice calls across the turmoil of your worries, offering a lifeline when all else fails. Though you feel the final warning echoing, I remain steadfast. Each heartbeat is precious, and I long to see you choose the path of surrender. Let your steps align with my counsel, and trust that I can shape beauty from what seems hopeless. Remember, the blow is near, but I hold you if you yield. Let your heart find rest in my omnipotent care. Rise above your failures by clinging to the promise of my unwavering presence. I have seen how doubt can overshadow hearts, but I also know how swiftly faith can spark revival. When the blow arrives, do not let panic consume you. Instead, seek me with genuine desperation, and I will answer. The path before you is fraught with consequences, yet within that tension lies an opening for transformation. Remember, I have called you to life, not despair. Though time has narrowed, my compassion remains boundless. Allow your mind to rest on the reality of my sovereignty. You have been warned, but I do not delight in punishment. Rather, I long to see your spirit flourish. Trust me to mend what your hands cannot fix. The darkness that edges closer does not have the final say if your heart stands firm in my promises. Greet the impending trial with faith that surpasses logic. The roars of impending trouble can intimidate the bravest soul, but my voice still speaks calm into chaos. When tomorrow arrives and events unfold, cling to the knowledge that I am bigger than every raging storm. You have come far, yet you must fully acknowledge my authority in your life. Surrender fear and let confidence in my guidance take root. Though the strike is real, your trust in me is the ultimate defense. Remember the times you stood at the brink of collapse yet survived because I upheld you. Those were signs of my protective hand, urging you toward a deeper reliance on the divine. Now, as the final warning echoes, let gratitude fuel your hope. The blow may shake your world, but it cannot break a spirit fortified by unwavering belief. Let each breath testify that I am with you, regardless of the difficulties. I do not promise an easy road, but I vow to stand by those who call upon me wholeheartedly. Tomorrow's upheaval carries a lesson that can refine your soul. Grasp this moment to align with my will, for I see beyond the present chaos. You were formed with intention, and your story can still reflect my glory. Lift your eyes, for I am able to redeem every misstep and restore peace. Let nothing halt your pursuit of truth. If you desire holy renewal, type, my spirit seeks cleansing might. You may feel uncertain or afraid, but trust that nothing escapes my knowledge. Even the direst circumstance can spark renewal if you yield your pride. Let humility guide you to my throne, and I will pour out wisdom that breaks chains of despair. Tomorrow's blow is near, yet my assurance can shine through the haze. Rest in my constant care, and discover that no storm is too fierce for me to conquer. Let your heart open to the infinite depth of my grace, for even at the last hour, I can overturn your greatest fears. When turmoil strikes, recall that I have guided countless souls through treacherous times. You stand at a critical threshold, yet if you choose faith, you will find unshakable footing. The brutality of this coming event need not define your future. Surrender your burdens and walk in the light of renewed conviction. In the face of tomorrow's trial, understand that I see the entirety of your life, from its first breath to its final moment. No plea is too small, no regret too large. I have displayed signs that point to a higher purpose. Trust that this disruption can refine you. Where you see only chaos, I see the potential for victory. Let your lips pour out honest prayer, for I respond to those who seek me in sincerity. The shadows of doubt may hover, yet I invite you to cast them aside. Instead of cowering, speak words of hope that draw you closer to my presence. The blow is not meant for eternal ruin, but for significant change. Let that change be shaped by my truth. If you offer your heart fully, I will turn mourning into a testimony of perseverance. Believe that you are never beyond my reach, no matter how grim the outlook seems. When the world feels as though it is collapsing beneath you, lean upon the foundation I offer. Have confidence in my authority over all that exists. You are not created to languish in despair. Yes, the blow will fall, but it can also stir your soul to a deeper level of trust. Let this be the hour when you discard excuses and take responsibility for your choices. I am here, ready to lift you from the ashes. If you defy my repeated warnings, the cost will be great. Yet even now, mercy knocks at the door of your heart. Accept my guidance and let tomorrow's upheaval forge a better path. Every second counts, and I urge you to invest them in seeking genuine closeness with me. The circumstances ahead cannot overshadow my authority. Turn inward, allow my spirit to mend what was fractured, and find rest in my abiding care. If you honor God's promise, type, I rest in everlasting arms. I see the hidden turmoil in your mind as the decisive hour nears. Remember, you do not face it alone if you choose to link your destiny with mine. The results of disregarded warnings often cause harsh outcomes, but I still work all things for a potential good. Do not lose yourself in fear. Instead, call upon my name with conviction. I am here, bearing the strength you need to endure. Never doubt that I can use even this trial for profound growth. Others may doubt or ridicule, but their opinions do not define the reality of my power. What matters is your willingness to trust me at the edge of this great shift. Let tomorrow's event prove the depth of your devotion, for mere words without faith bear little fruit. I hold every breath you take, and I am prepared to lift you above the turmoil. Open your eyes to the possibilities that arise when you stand in my grace. When your spirit wavers, recall the countless instances where I carried you through crises. This brutal blow will echo as a reminder that nothing endures without my sustaining hand. Let that truth humble you and also ignite fresh determination. You can either flee from my presence or step forward into the unknown with unwavering hope. Keep close to me, and you will witness how light prevails over darkness. In this final watch, examine your motives and release any burdens that weigh you down. The time for indecision is gone, replaced by urgent necessity. Take these last moments to seek me in honesty, and let my guidance reshape your future. The blow that arrives by tomorrow is not the end, but a turning point. I will strengthen your resolve and fill you with a purpose that transcends the disruptions of this hour. I have warned you, yet I have also offered a way through. The choice remains yours, as it has from the beginning. Though the impact will be fierce, I promise that those who shelter in me will not be abandoned. Speak my name with sincerity, for I listen. A new chapter can unfold if your heart is ready to align with truth. Let the coming day reveal the depth of your faith. Remember, I am the author of hope and the source of unfailing love. If you yearn for pure wisdom, type, "My mind opens to holy insight." I have witnessed your restless spirit, torn by the knowledge that a swift upheaval awaits. You wonder if escape remains possible, yet each warning you have dismissed is returning with urgent force. By tomorrow, consequences will arrive in their full measure. Still, I urge you to find solace in my guiding power. Though the hour seems dire, my compassion endures, ready to mend fractured souls. Stand and face what comes, knowing I hold a plan beyond your fears. Observe how past signs appeared like echoes across your waking thoughts. Each alarm was a call to humility, an invitation to shed stubborn pride. Now, the horizon darkens, signaling that the blow cannot be averted. In my light, no threat is unbeatable, for I create possibilities where none existed. Will you cling to fleeting certainties, or will you trust the eternal promise I extend? The choice is yours, yet time is no longer a generous ally. Your heart pounds beneath the weight of looming events, desperate for reassurance. I tell you this, though the blow is imminent, I remain a shield for those who seek me wholeheartedly. Let contrition replace apathy and permit faith to override futile doubts. You were not formed for perpetual despair, but for transformation born of truth. Let remorse guide you toward renewal, for even in harsh moments, I orchestrate hidden blessings. Despite your anxieties, I see potential in every tear you shed. The firm hand of consequence might strike, but it can also serve as a wake-up call. Do not let regret devour your spirit. Seek refuge in my wisdom, and see that life can thrive even after dire circumstances. You have been warned so often, yet I do not abandon you. Cling to the certainty that in this storm, I am still the anchor able to steady your soul. When dawn breaks, your world may feel irrevocably altered, yet I urge you to remain steadfast. Let genuine faith blossom, displacing every gnawing worry. You have heard my summons, do not harden your heart any longer. Within my dominion, even the heaviest storms eventually yield to a greater plan. Take hold of this sliver of hope and trust that I will guide you through the coming test. If you trust my unyielding might, type, my soul stands fearless. In the darkness that precedes the confrontation, consider that your existence holds greater purpose. The trials you face are not random, but a call to reevaluate your reliance on me. Though fear hovers, faith is a shield capable of repelling relentless doubt. Open your soul to my presence and discover that no tragedy can forever silence hope. Each moment before the final strike is a chance to affirm your dependence on my sustaining grace. Allow yourself to breathe in the possibility of a fresh start, even when the future seems ominous. My reach extends beyond mortal comprehension, capable of uplifting spirits once deemed lost. The blow you dread can be transformed into an impetus for growth. Surrender the pride that kept you distant and awaken to the renewal I promise. Today offers a door to redemption. Do not let it close without seizing the chance for change. The clamor of worldly voices may tempt you to dismiss these final cautions, yet I remain unwavering. You have encountered my signs and subtle whispers and dramatic signs alike. Do not downplay what is unfolding. The measure of your faith will soon be tested. Let go of the skepticism that chains you to defeat. I am ready to enfold you in a grace that surpasses every sorrow, if only you will step toward me with a willing heart. I see the battles raging in your thoughts, each fueled by the dread of impending events. Yet you must realize that no darkness can eclipse my light forever. When fear clamors for your surrender, raise the banner of my truth. What you face is not the end, it is a point of decision that can reshape your soul. Though tomorrow's blow stands unrelenting, you can meet it clothed in unwavering trust if you heed my counsel. Hear the echo of every caution I have delivered, and let your heart awaken from slumber. Pride only deepens despair, but humility paves the way to renewal. The consequences might be severe, yet hope persists for those who realign with my wisdom. Believe that I am greater than any turmoil, and I will be your safe harbor when all else trembles. Let tomorrow's trial prove the strength of your devotion. If you believe in everlasting grace, type, "My heart rests in faithful hands." Remember the instances when rescue arrived at the brink, and unexplainable intervention testifying to my care. Such testimony should remind you that I neither slumber nor abandon the earnest seeker. Yet disregard for repeated warnings brings inevitable costs. In this tense interval, you can still change course. Turn from doubts and allow sincerity to replace excuses. Your life need not be defined by ruin, for I stand ready to breathe hope into your chaos. The cruelty of this world's storms can harden even the bravest hearts, but I offer a solace that transcends human reasoning. Reflect on how quickly circumstances shift, and recognize that I hold authority over every shifting sand. Align your steps with my leading, and watch as uncertainty yields to clarity. Though the blow draws closer with each passing moment, it need not crush the core of who you are, for I supply refuge beyond measure. The fear inside you is valid, but it should not overshadow the power of repentance and faith. My invitation remains open, stirring your conscience to step away from the brink. Trust that I have shaped destinies from the ruins of shattered illusions. Let the gravity of this final warning galvanize you. Surrender your trembling spirit and invite my transforming hand to mold you anew, for I do not forsake the one who turns back in honesty. Amid the tension of an uncertain future, seek my presence with all you have. My assurance extends beyond the boundaries of what you can perceive. I have the capacity to soften the hardest hearts and redeem even the bleakest circumstances. While consequences loom, they need not define your ultimate outcome. Rest in the truth that I govern all details. Your vigilance is crucial, but so is your willingness to accept my boundless grace. This moment, fragile yet profound, carries more potential than you might realize. You stand on the edge of a great shift, feeling the rush of inevitable changes. Will you cower under the storm's weight, or rise with renewed purpose in the security of my care? I have reminded you time and again, and now the echoes converge into a defining instant. Do not harden your heart. Choose faith and step into the unknown with confidence. If you rely on infinite compassion, type, "My spirit draws near the source." Let the whispers of doubt fade as you latch onto the foundation only I can provide. Time's relentless march is pushing you toward the collision of warning and consequence. Yet even amid such tension, I offer an open invitation to find rest in my unwavering promises. The pain you expect can become a catalyst, igniting the spark of true transformation. Remain steadfast, for I have woven purpose into every season you traverse. Do not underestimate the influence your spirit can have on the outcome. Thoughts rooted in despair yield only deeper shadows. Instead, shift your gaze to the possibilities birthed in surrender. I do not author confusion, but clarity for those who trust me wholeheartedly. As the final warning resonates, let it awaken your inner resolve. Face tomorrow's reckoning with a heart anchored in me, and discover that no adversity is insurmountable. Consider how each sign was placed to guide you away from self-inflicted ruin. Yet denial blinds even the keenest minds. If you persist in trivializing my cautions, you will bear the consequences in full force. Still, I extend grace, for I seek not to obliterate, but to refine and rebuild. Let contrition shape your next steps. Though the blow is near, faith enables you to transcend the inevitable waves. I remain your unshakable tower of shelter. Remember that I measure the sincerity of your heart, not merely your outward words. Confession devoid of genuine resolve yields emptiness. Look inward, dismantle the walls of arrogance, and welcome the path of wisdom. I have charted a course beyond your fears, designed to restore what was broken. Though events unfold rapidly, I can shield you from devastation if you walk with me. Let truth guide you through this pivotal moment. I stand as a constant sentinel, observing your every action with a depth of compassion you can scarcely comprehend. This final message is meant to stir your dormant yearnings for redemption. The blow shall not be softened by denial, but your spirit can be fortified through trust in my word. Release the grip of self-reliance and allow humility to usher in a new dawn. In that relinquishment lies the key to surviving tomorrow's test. If you believe in my timeless word, type, "My hope defies every storm." Rescue does not always arrive in the manner you expect, but it emerges for those who open themselves to divine wisdom. Many disregard the hidden blessings within discipline, yet discipline can birth a strength that complacency never could. Let your perspective shift, for the harshness you face can polish your character. You have been warned many times, and I grieve that you still hesitate. Take hold of my guiding hand, and fear not the unknown. In the aftermath of turbulent changes, remember that I rebuild what has been torn down. Though the blow is fierce, it can become a stepping stone to renewed hope. I specialize in turning the darkest nights into revelations of my sustaining grace. Trust me enough to believe that your future still holds promise. Your part is to align with my directives, discarding the hopelessness that once caged you. Let this alarm be your call to rise. The power of divine intervention cannot be measured by human standards. I have the authority to disrupt natural laws for the sake of those who diligently seek me. While time dwindles, your spirit can still find the courage to stand firm. The approaching challenge is immense, but so is my capacity to shield the contrite. Let go of superficial comforts and reach for my hand. You will discover that faith can outlast every storm's fury. Though many mock the seriousness of these warnings, you have felt the urgency in your innermost being. Shake off the disbelief that paralyzes you. I do not speak to frighten without purpose, but to drive you toward reflection and action. Let the trials refine you rather than consume you. Trust that I am with you in every wave that crashes against your resolve. Where others see only desolation, I see a field ripe for rebirth. Your fear may grow as tomorrow draws closer, but let that fear propel you into my arms rather than away from them. Every second you hesitate risks deepening the rift between us. My desire is not your downfall but your victory, shaped by unwavering trust. Step forth under my covering and experience how quickly I can dismantle the obstacles you once deemed impossible. The brutality of what comes can yield profound renewal. If you cling to my eternal truth, type, my steps walk the sacred path. As the clock advances, hope can still flourish if watered by genuine belief. The harsh blow may be unstoppable, yet your response will define what follows. I have witnessed hearts undergo miraculous change in dire moments, finding purpose amidst chaos. Allow truth to guide your perspective, recognizing that I hold your destiny in my hands. Even when shadows obscure your view, my light remains constant, waiting to dispel every dark deception. When doubt tempts you to abandon any chance of redemption, counter it with the knowledge that I restore beyond measure. The blow is certain, yet it need not devastate your innermost being. Through my sustaining grace, ashes can become the foundation of a stronger life. Let gratitude rise in place of panic, recalling every past deliverance. Unite your soul with my will and witness how swiftly I can rewrite your outcome. This warning is a boundary marking two distinct chapters of your existence. On one side lies regret, on the other, opportunity to grow through hardship. Recognize that my perspective is eternal, and what seems insurmountable to you pales in comparison to my might. Yield your anxious mind and let me guide you toward a resolution. Watch as I transform each dilemma into a stepping stone. Adversity can yield blessings if entrusted to me. Take comfort in the unwavering nature of my intentions. I do not toy with hearts, nor do I delight in watching you squirm under the weight of repercussions. However, actions bring outcomes, and ignoring truth always exacts a toll. Heed the final echoes of caution, let your spirit bow in acknowledgement of my sovereignty. If you stand with me, no whirlwind can tear you apart. Let this be your turning point toward greater fulfillment. Stay mindful that your destiny is shaped by your willingness to heed these sacred truths. Though a brutal test stands at the threshold of your tomorrow, I am prepared to uphold those who rely on my unwavering mercy. Let this be the moment you replace doubt with genuine commitment. In that dedication, you will find a refuge that no storm can topple. If you open your heart fully, type, I bow in humble devotion.